Good morning, everyone. We said we would be back to talk about reported speech, right? So we're going to give you a few basic notions so that you fully understand. When we talk about reported speech, when we report what someone said, okay? So when we tell somebody else what somebody has told us. In direct speech, we normally have a colon and inverted commas, okay? Whereas in indirect or reported speech, we normally have the verb said or told and that. We have some reporting verbs here. The most common ones are say and tell, but we also have admit, explain, offer, order, confirm, etc. Let's learn a bit more now. Direct speech and indirect speech refer to the way we report what someone said, basically in the past, but also in the present or in the future. Alright? And that's quite easy. Let me give you some other clues. Here we have this card. I said we use inverted commas, right, for direct speech. This is a direct question. What animal could have made this huge footprint? Asked Joe. Well, the reported question would be Joe asked what animal could have made that huge footprint. Alright, I'm not sure, replied Alicia. Alicia replied that she wasn't sure. Inverted commas show the words that people actually speak, right? Punctuation at the end of a spoken word should always go inside the final inverted commas, like here. Okay? There are some other changes you need to do in reported speech. For example, today will change into that day in reported speech. Yesterday, the day before. Tomorrow, the day after. A week ago, a week before. Last weekend, the previous weekend. And so on, okay? These days, those days. Now, then. This morning, that morning. Alright? And now let's revise a little. Remember, we use the reported speech to report what someone said without repeating it word for word. For that purpose, we use the verbs say or tell and the conjunction that. And we make some changes in the sentence. The reporting verb is usually in the past tense, usually, but it doesn't have to stay that way. Said or told. So the reported clause goes one step back into the past from the original. Siempre que pasamos una oración del estilo directo al indirecto, nos movemos un pasito hacia atrás en el tiempo, ¿vale? La línea temporal. Entonces siempre, por ejemplo, si la frase del estilo directo está en presente simple, nuestro estilo indirecto estará en pasado simple, ¿vale? So, say goes followed by lo que se ha dicho, and tell will be followed by a quién se lo has dicho. So, like, she told me to wait for her, right? She said, wait for me. She told me to wait for her. Okay? I hope I made it a little bit more clear for you guys. Espero haberlo hecho un poquito más claro para vosotros. Os repito, reported speech. Informamos a alguien de lo que alguien nos ha dicho, una tercera persona nos ha dicho. El estilo el estilo directo se reconoce porque tiene 2 puntos y comillas. El estilo indirecto no tiene 2 puntos ni tiene comillas y tiene unos verbos que se llaman reporting verbs, que suelen ser pues say, tell, order, ask, command, offer, etc. ¿Vale? El estilo indirecto acabamos de decir que se refiere a la manera en la que informamos de lo que alguien nos ha dicho, ¿vale? Hay que hacer cambios temporales y también de pronombres personales. Lo que me han dicho, lo que alguien me ha dicho a mí, cuando otra persona lo cuente, ese me, como soy una mujer, dirá a ella. Me will be her, ¿ya? Today hemos dicho que pasa that day. Yesterday, the day before, tomorrow, the day after, a week ago, a week before, last weekend, the previous weekend, next week, the following week, these days, those days, last week, the week before, now, then, this morning, that morning. Por ejemplo, Hannah, they live in Boston. Hannah said that they, se queda igual, lived, presente simple pasa pasado simple, in Boston. Alright? And remember, we use reported speech to report what someone said without repeating it word for word. Es decir, que no lo repetimos palabra por palabra. Si repitiéramos palabra por palabra, utilizaríamos comillas y dos puntos. Para ese propósito utilizaremos normalmente say o tell y la conjunción that. Y haremos los cambios que acabamos de ver, ¿vale? El verbo que lo utilizamos normalmente en pasado, normalmente, aunque también se puede en presente, ya lo hablaremos. Y la proposición que estamos nosotros informando irá un paso atrás en el pasado con respecto a la original. Y luego que say va seguido de lo que se ha dicho, ¿vale? O sea que no decimos say my mom, but you say to my mom, ¿ya? Sin embargo, tell sí va seguido de a quién se lo has dicho. I told my mom, pero no tell to my mom. We don't say that. Tell va seguido de a quién se lo has dicho, ¿vale? Y luego ya lo que le has dicho. I told my mom to help me with my homework. Alright? Okay, thank you guys. I hope this will help you with reported speech. Now, see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye.